Today's film is an action thriller from 2025 titled Havoc. The film begins with a dishonest police officer named Walker, who is now seeking atonement for his past transgressions. In order to do so, he burns his stash of drugs and all the money that he had made by getting his hands dirty. Scenes shift to a police chase. They're after a washing machine carrier truck, which is smuggling drugs. They open fire at the truck during the chase, which prompts the masked goons in the truck to throw a washing machine at them. It destroys a police car and injures the policeman inside it. The cops are forced to stop and call for backup, whereas the truck gets away. Back on Walker's side, he buys some stuffed toys and gets them wrapped for his daughter. He calls his wife and asks if he can visit their daughter Emma on Christmas. Still holding on to anger and grudges, the wife denies his request. Around the same neighborhood, Walker and his female partner Ellie are dispatched to check up on an apartment from which they received a complaint. Ignoring protocols, Ellie heads to the apartment by herself. A man opens the door and acts all sweet, but she gets a glimpse of the tormented woman who reported them secretly. Walker takes the stairs while still arguing with his wife. He gets startled by their perp rolling down the stairs, who was just tripped by Ellie. Walker quickly cuffs him to the staircase railing and starts arguing with Ellie for not following his orders. Scenes spin towards the four goons who were driving the truck with drugs. They all turn out to be young rookies who were only doing someone else's dirty work to make enough money to pay off their friend Mia's debts. Among them is Wes, who worries that he might have killed a cop during the chase. Charlie assures him otherwise and heads out to pay off Mia's debt along with Mia. The two are brought inside a club by their lender's uncle, Ching. The lender happens to be a gangster named Tsui, who's about the same age as Charlie and Mia. Before getting into more details, he sends his uncle Ching out. Outside, Ching notes 3 masked men in a car who are armed with guns. He's notified to flee the club, so he does as he's told. Wes also sees the masked men, so he calls Mia and emphasizes leaving the club immediately. Simultaneously, she witnesses an innocent man getting shot. Walker and Ellie are on the nearest route to the club, so the police station dispatches them there. By the time they arrive at the club, the shooters have fled away. Police reinforcements arrive soon. As they analyze the shot victims, Walker finds out from a colleague about Detective Cortez, who got severely injured during the pursuit of the washing machine truck. As he investigates the crime scene with other officers, he's shown pictures that were taken from the CCTV footage. He spots Charlie in those pictures. Immediately, he lies about not knowing him and continues the investigation. Soon, he slips out of there and visits a politician named Lawrence, who happens to be Charlie's father. With him, Walker shares his concerns about Charlie and speculates that he might have been abducted by the Asian gangsters. Lawrence manipulates Walker into finding Charlie by mentioning his dirty past. He strikes a deal with Walker, according to which he will wipe clean his entire dirty record in exchange for rescuing Charlie. Scenes shift to Tsui's mother, who's the OG gangster. She's called in the morgue to identify Tsui's dead body, revealing that he was shot in the club. The mother holds her brother, Ching, accountable for Tsui's death. But he makes up trivial excuses to prove his innocence. In reality, he has flashes of getting notified before the attack, which indicates that he was working with the shooters. Walker now sets out to find Charlie. He tortures the injured Asian gang members at the infirmary to find out about Tsui and Charlie's last whereabouts. He doesn't get any important leads from them, so he leaves. He then visits the hospitalized detective Cortez. There, the other detectives don't let him see Cortez because of his connections with Lawrence and reveal that it was Lawrence's son Charlie who injured Cortez. Walker sees Cortez's wife instead. She reveals that she contacted Cortez before the accident. He told her that Walker and 5 other officers are going to face huge trouble. In a flashback, we see Walker and other dirty cops stealing drugs. When one of them decides to expose their group, Walker kills him. Lawrence helps him get rid of the murder charges, which explains why he's manipulating him now. Scenes shift to Charlie's side. He's on the run with Mia, who is now seen begging her Mexican uncle for fake passports so she can flee with Charlie. In the meantime, Walker heads back to the police station and finds out about the Asian gang that's aggravated after Sui's death. Walker's boss confronts him about not telling them about Charlie and warns to revoke his badge if he makes such a mistake again. Now, Walker continues the digging and finds out about Mia's uncle. As the plot thickens, the Asian gang sends 2 female assassins after Lawrence. Lawrence and his assistant, who are stuck in traffic, get ambushed by the assassins. They shoot the assistant and connect Lawrence with Sui's mother on the phone. She threatens to come after his son, Charlie, assuming that he was behind the shooting in which Sui got shot. More Asian thugs arrive and abduct Lawrence. Back on Walker's side, he locates Mia's uncle, Raul, and shakes him to find out about Mia's plan to flee the country with Charlie. Raul gives their passports to Walker and tells him to deliver them to Mia personally. The cops raid Raul's place, so Walker quietly walks out. Subsequently, Sui's mother and her gang capture Wes to find Charlie's whereabouts. When they threaten him, he guesses that he must be with Mia and agrees to lead them to Mia. Mia is currently heading towards the passport collection point as per Raul's instructions. Walker arrives at the club and confronts Mia about the danger she's taking upon herself to hide Charlie. She refuses to comply with him. Suddenly, the other detectives show up and ask Walker to back out from the interrogation. They are adamant about capturing Mia, which Walker notices. When Mia recognizes a detective as one of the masked shooters and tells this to Walker, he opens an attack on him. He single-handedly fights the 3 cops, which causes mayhem. Real havoc is wreaked when the Asian gang barges in the club and opens fire after spotting Mia. Walker protects Mia and fights with everyone, but he is badly outnumbered. Mia also picks up a cleaver and puts up a good fight against the bad guys. The detectives also fight the gangsters as they're not working together. Things get worse when Raul and Charlie arrive there to save Mia. The Asians and the cops target Charlie and open fire at them. Shots are fired and many are killed. But Charlie and Mia make it out alive. Outside, the Asian gang is already waiting for them. They open fire at the kids. Mia soon figures out that Wes ratted them out to the Asians. Walker successfully escapes with Charlie and Mia. While the others disperse after the actual police arrive. Now Walker calls Ellie and breaks it to her that 3 of their detectives are with the drug cartel. He also tells her that the day Cortez was injured during the truck pursuit, these 3 detectives were there to steal the drugs. They deliberately got Cortez attacked because he was aware of their truth. He orders Ellie to protect Cortez in the hotel and try to get his confession once he's stabilized. Meanwhile, the corrupt detective Vincent joins forces with the Asian gang by calling Ching and begging him to assassinate Cortez, for he knows about their dirty secrets. Ellie and Ching arrive at the hospital around the same time, but Ching gets to Cortez first and shoots him several times. On his way out, Ellie clocks him and points her gun at him, but he pushes Cortez's wife towards Ellie and shoots her for witnessing Cortez's assassination. A crossfire ensues between Ellie and Ching. Since Ellie has the professional training, she dodges the shots fired at her and shoots Ching in the leg and catches him. On the other hand, Walker brings the kids to his cabin in the woods. He calls Lawrence to let him know his son is safe, but Sui's mother picks up instead, as she's abducted Lawrence. Ellie comes looking for Walker at his place, not knowing that he's separated from his wife. The wife politely directs her to Walker's cabin. On the contrary, the mother is seen heading to Walker's cabin along with her gang and Lawrence. Next up is Ellie, who receives Vincent's message on Ching's phone. She arranges a meetup with Vincent and his accomplice. When they show up, Ellie sends Ching to talk to them. She then traps them and captures all 3 of them. In the final scenes, Walker anticipates the Asian gangsters, so he puts on his police vest and equips himself. He also equips Charlie and Mia, who've been prepared for the worst. When the Asian gang arrives and opens fire at his cabin, Walker and the kids shoot back. They lay low and shoot anyone who comes near the window. Walker and the kids secure all the exit points. So the thugs begin crawling from under the cabin. The mother sends her female assassin to combat Walker. Using her pro fighting skills, she gives Walker a tough time and charges at him with multiple fatal blows. When Walker hits the ground, he luckily finds a harpoon gun nearby. He shoots the harpoon in her direction, which penetrates her neck and takes her life in an instant. Now the mother takes on her role. She forces Lawrence to shoot Mia to bring Charlie pain. Coincidentally, Ellie arrives with the corrupt detectives. She exposes them as the shooters who shot Sui at the club. She also tells her about Ching's involvement in all this, which has her shocked. Vincent and the other officer get a hold of guns and begin shooting. From inside the cabin, Walker shoots back at them to cover Ellie and the mother. Ching shoots the mother before she shoots him. Vincent and his accomplice shoot at Charlie and Mia to eliminate the sole eyewitnesses, but Lawrence takes a bullet for his son and dies. Walker finally comes out and shoots one of the dirty cops. Vincent gets away with a bag full of money, but Walker chases him down and puts a bullet in him. Before dying, he manages to shoot Walker. Walker miraculously survives, whereas Vincent dies. Scenes shift to Mia and Charlie, who are the only survivors left. They steal a car and decide to run away. Ellie asks them to surrender to the cops and serve minor charges instead of having the Asian mob on their tails, but they don't take her suggestion and speed away. Ellie returns to Walker, who confesses to his crimes and asks her to arrest him, which is his way of atoning for his sins. Before the arrest, he asks Ellie to deliver his Christmas gift to Emma. Here, the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome recaps.